Well, that's a very cool looking crystal. I'm still not sure what that enormous crystal actually does, or why it changes colour. But I'm sure it didn't look like that before. No shit, Reen. It did not. Shadows of the past. Gaia's more than a little vexed that your last outing did not result in greater changes in the empty. We tipped the scales away from the light, I'm sure of it, but something's wrong. Very wrong. Oh. This isn't a good thing, then. Melancholy music. For 100 long years I have waited for this moment. Uh-oh. I knew it! You've been hiding inside Eden all this time. Dear Lord. Oh shit! An Ascian. Metron. Not Metron? Metron. An Ascian. Yeah, the one that was supposedly dead. I am Metron, servant of Zodiac. The voice that has whispered to me all my life. Indeed. And thanks to you, I am all but free from my prison of lights. Moustache twirl. Does that mean Eden was used to seal away an Ascian? Wait, that is Eden. An Ascian transformed into a Sin Eater. Oh. I've heard enough about Ascians to know they're nothing but trouble. I never imagined that one of them was behind all this. I thought that restoring the darkness was my idea, but this was your plan from the very beginning. Enough to make his escape possible. It was, but all it took was the slightest suggestion. The rest was entirely your own doing. You bastard. Ah, my freedom is so close I can almost taste it. Finally my soul, my journey beyond the flesh to which I am yet bound. So he's bound to the Sin Eater. To Eden. I knew you would come for me, Gaia. Don't flatter yourself. You caused me nothing but pain. If I've helped you, it wasn't intentional. Even now, your memories elude you. Hearken unto me, Gaia, and remember. Backstory time! In an age past, the world you knew as the 13th was flooded by darkness. Like ripples in water, the repercussions were felt in the other shards, none more so than here on the first. It became perilously imbalanced and susceptible to the influence of lights. So it was the actual explosion of darkness in the 13th that caused the issue here. Were light to consume the first as darkness did the 13th, it would likewise become a lifeless void lost to our cause. We could not allow this mistake to be repeated. It was our duty to safeguard this world from the self-same fates. After a time, Emmett Selk conceived of a plan to trigger a rejoining, utilising the very light we had laboured to keep in check, and tasked us with bringing the plan to fruition. But at the last we were thwarted by Ardbert and his companions. Though our resolve was strong, theirs was stronger still, and as we fell, so too was the light unleashed. For us, however, death is not the end. Though our bodies may perish, our souls live on, withdrawing but temporarily to the rift. Until you can find a new body to possess. I too would have been reborn, but ere my soul could leave its corporeal form, Ardbert struck me with a blade of purest light, and that light enveloped my body, twisting it beyond recognition. Eden, the first Sin Eater. So that's what happened to Metron. He became Eden. My soul felt such agony as I had never known, and then I knew no more. In my insensate, instinctive state, influenced by Arbert's fervent desire to banish darkness, I unleashed the light burgeoning within me, and it spread as an all-consuming wave to every corner of the world. That is a lot of power, but a flood of light. So that's how Sin Eaters came to be. All would have been lost had not the one called Minfilia appeared. Halting the light's inexorable advance, she saved what little still remained of the world. In the process, she also restored to me a sliver of my consciousness. Though I remained trapped in my altered form, motionless, I was capable only of feeble whispering. Emmett Selk, couldn't he have saved you? Perhaps he could have, if such had been his wish. Far easier, however, to simply find another piece of my fractured soul to replace me. From his perspective, there was no need to intervene and potentially disturb with the balance of ether, and so here I remained. So after you failed, he left you here to rot, some friend he turned out to be. Thus abandoned, called out for what seemed like an eternity to the only soul who could save me. You, Gaia. All this time you were calling to me for help. Yes, but you had forgotten me, forgotten our duty. Though vestiges of your true power remained, you could not wield it at will. Time went by and eventually change came. The light began to subside and the dark of night returned. Gradually my voice grew stronger until I was able to exert my will over you. You wanted me to free your soul from Eden, which is why you had me attack it. Another plan that ended in failure, thanks to Demagen. Indeed. Thankfully, your subsequent attempts to restore this barren land allowed Eden to absorb more and more ether aligned closer to darkness, gradually eroding the cage of light that holds me. Owing to your most recent efforts, my mind is wholly my own once more, and I am able to project my image beyond those confines. In all this time, we've been helping to free an Ascian. That's a fine tale, but why should I care about any of it? What are you to me? I am your father. Come with me to Eden's core. There all shall become clear. But wait. Not how I was expecting this story to go. Though perhaps I should have done, having seen Metron in the trailer. I have a bad feeling about this, but if we want to restore the land, we need to know what we're dealing with. I've just realised something. If Eden has been absorbing all that rebalanced ether, that must be why we've struggled to restore life to the empty. I suppose we can think about that later, though. More importantly, it seems I've lost control over Eden, most likely because of the Ascian. Urianger specifically warned us about not listening to the fairy's honeyed words, so we better think this through before we go rushing in. Yes, because That's what Urianger called it, the fairy inside Gaia. Oh, if only he and Thancred were here now. He and Urianger. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Gaia. I shouldn't be so quick to lose hearts. What? No, that's not what I meant. Who are Urianger and Thancred? Oh. Uh-oh. Wait. I know those people, I'm sure of it, but why can't I remember them? Huh. I thought something was strange when I mentioned the festival on board Eden. It was though you had no recollection of our earlier conversation. This is most likely connected to Metron. Damn it all, what more is that fiend going to take from me? To tell the truth, the thing that frightens me most is that you might forget about us. Don't. That won't happen. For every memory I lose, we'll make 2 more. Together. If I need to know something, I can just ask you. Why not start by telling me about Urianger and Thancred? To be honest, my nerves are all a jitter, so I need something to help me settle down before we confront Metron. Oh, she's such a nice person. About the lips, but she's so sweet. What is that? Soup. Urianger is probably the most intelligent person I know. He spends a lot of time reading, but he also says that you can't learn everything from books and encourages me to go out and see the world for myself. Sounds sensible to me. Much better to experience things firsthand than to read about someone else's. Like those coffee biscuits. No book could ever describe how good they taste. Oh. Is there anything else you can tell me about him, Demagen? He can walk on water until he can't. So he walks on water instead of swimming? That would certainly save you from getting wet. I should have asked him how to teach me how. Well, it's something he never quite mastered himself, and he often ended up getting wet anyway. In fact, the whole thing is probably more trouble than it's worth. Nod. As for Thancred, he's the one who freed me from Mjolnir. At first I thought of him as my knight in shining armour, but really he was much more than that. We travelled all over Norvant, and he helped me become the person I am today. He even gave me my name. His gift of song won the heart of many a fair lady, or so he claims. I'm just... Singing? That doesn't sound like the Thancred I know. It's true. It seems he has a way with words. That must be how he was able to choose such a pretty name for you. Which he learned from Urianger's lectures. Actually, while we're on the subject, that gunblade over there belongs to Thancred. Belonged to Thancred. As far as mementos go, it's a bit on the cumbersome side, but it reminds me of our adventures together. Even though there's little chance I'll ever see him again, it still feels like he's here with me. Keeping your memories close. You know what? I should keep a diary. Even if I forget everything, at least I will have something to look back on. That's a brilliant idea. Since we're going to be making lots of new memories together, maybe I could write in it too. As long as you improve your handwriting before you go scrawling all over it. I'd like your entries to be vaguely legible if you don't mind. Of course, your ladyship. Would you two just get a room? But before that, we've got an Ascian to deal with. Let's get this over with. Are we going to have to face off against that Ascian Prime thingy that we saw this time? No, because that sounds like he's going to be the final boss. We've got the Ravana thing. We've got the Cerberus thing, and we've got an Ascian Prime. I think those are the 4 that we've got to deal with. The other 3. When I think back on the days I spent with everyone, it's always the tiny frivolous details that spring to mind. The smiles, the little gestures. Not as though I made a conscious effort to remember them, but they stuck with me all the same. I suppose that's what memories are. A collection of all those seemingly insignificant moments. While they may not have made a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, they mean the world to me. It was good to hear about our friends, but I still have no recollection of them whatsoever. Just like all those things Mitron was saying, how can I even tell if they're true or not if I don't remember? There's no point dwelling on it though, nothing for it but to press on. I can't have Gaia disappear because I think that would break Reen. She's wrapped up a lot of her ability to deal with Thancred leaving in having Reen as a companion. We came as you asked, so start talking. Why settle for mere words when I offer something far greater? Eden will now afford you a glimpse of the past. More than a glimpse, in fact. It will be as real as any of the foes you yourselves have conjured forth. Conjured forth? Wait, you don't mean to perform a summoning, do you? Do you? I do. I shall recreate the battle of 100 years past, which pitted Ardbert and his fellow warriors of light against their nemesis, the Shadowkeeper. Their nemesis? You mean Silver? Ah, we only get that, I assume, if we've done the quest for it. That you should know that name, the true identity of the Shadowkeeper, emissary of chaos. And what do you hope to achieve with this history lesson of yours? I think that was just a little bit inserted because of that particular choice. You shall see, you shall remember. Now your very soul will revisit that fateful day 100 years ago. Gaia, you can't trust Mitron. If you do, you'll end up being manipulated again. You're right. My days of being controlled by this demon are over. I have a new life now, and I won't let anyone take that away from me. But she still wants to know. My will is my own. You have no hold over me. I suspect that's wrong. Ooh, sneery. This is all you're doing, accursed minions of light. I should be the one at her side, not you or anyone else. I will take her beyond the reach of your poisonous influence and keep her safe. Yoinked! No! You bastard. What have you done with Gaia? Nothing yet. But soon I will restore her to her true self, and you will help me to do so by conquering the adversary I present before you. Oops. Yep. Uh-oh. Well. Oh. That was not where I was expecting to end up. At all. I knew it was risky trusting an Astian, but we played right into Mitron's hands. We will do whatever it takes to save Gaia. Because I'd rather Reen not be heartbroken. Agreed. There's no telling what kind of danger she's in, but wherever she is, I know she's giving her all. Even though we're apart, we'll fight as one. They're so cute. Together, we'll bring an end to Mitron's wicked schemes. It looks like Mitron's grip on Eden has loosened somewhat, perhaps to allow me to send you to the battlefield. Once you get there, don't let your guard down. Well, this may be a reenactment of a moment in history. The threat you face is very real. Whatever happens, you must make it through this. Gaia's counting on us. I'm sure there will be many a person in this party. Eden's Promise Litany. Right, how bad is my gear looking? Yeah, that'll get me through this fight. And then I must go and repair. Use the duty finder to enter Eden's Promise Litany. Here we go. I'm trying to remember more about the Shadow Keeper. I assume this arena is going to be the Cerberus one, or the Cerberus-like thing in Lakeland. That would be my guess, but I don't know. As I said, I have just about managed to avoid... Well, no, I have managed to avoid all spoilers for this plotline. I don't know what the bosses are. I haven't looked at any guides. Which gives me a certain degree of anxiety. You know, it's minor anxiety, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put down, you know, oh yes, this is a big serious issue. But I do get a little bit of kind of insecurity when going into fights that I don't know what the mechanics are. It's fine in a game like, I don't know, Dark Souls or whatever, when I can learn and the only thing that impacts is me and my time. But when you're in there with 7 other people and, you know, they're just there to get their token for the week or whatever, obviously it has a certain degree of that feeling of wasting other people's time. I don't like wasting people's time, and nor would I really expect people to waste my time. But when it comes to content like this, I don't like, you know, spoiling things for myself and reading guides beforehand. And that is a very selfish thing to do, and I appreciate and I understand any of you thinking, you know, writing in the comments now, oh, that's a really selfish point of view. Yes, I know. And that is that is my big issue with MMOs, really. You know, this idea that you need to know how things work. This is why I like doing this kind of stuff when it launches, because nobody knows what's going on and how it works and what to do. That's why I normally, you know, try my hardest to get things done ASAP. Because if we're all in the same boat, you know, but I just haven't been able to do it with this. I've had too many other things on over this Christmas period. So it is what it is, and I apologise to the people in the party that I'm going to be with, and the people from the last party, and the people for the 2 more parties after that, assuming there's 4 bosses here to finish up, to wrap up this raid. Sorry. Come on, Duty Finder. Right, what are we going to be faced off against? Full party. Ooh, that's a really cool inky effect.
So this all took place 100 years ago. But what does it have to do with Gaia?
Ravening anti-hero, the Shadow Keeper. Oh, the pixelation on those eyes is frustrating. Hi all, first time here. Sorry. Oh, okay. Forward Implosion. Okay, so that's a conal tank. We don't want a tank buster. Not tank buster, forward conal attack. switched at the last second. Deep Shadow Nova. Right, that is an AoE. Yep. Oh, I really like the kind of inky darkness effect. It's horrible. Backward Implosion. Yeah. That is easy enough to avoid. Backward Shadow Implosion. Watch where his shadow points, says somebody in chat. Oh. I'm just going to follow these guys. Ah, was that... You were supposed to follow... Yeah, that was a kind of follow the cup style thing, I think. Fade to shadow. Okay. Oh, that's a really cool effect. It's hard to believe this is Ciela. Oh. Umbra Smash. That's a tank buster, I'm assuming. Right. I think that's a tank swap. I hope it was a tank swap. I'm also hoping the guy will take it back off me because I don't know what I'm doing. But... Ooh. Right. Nope. Ah. Too slow there. Right, we switch back over to the other guy. I've not used any of my... Right, so it's this one we're following, I assume. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it! Oh, shit! I understood a mechanic, folks! You saw it here first. Hang on. Yeah, I thought that's what was going to happen there. Yeah, he's the healers are doing good work here. Fade to shadow. Right. Yeah, that's the 2. Right, now he's got his... Ooh, that just killed somebody. Okay. The Shadowkeeper prepares to reveal its true form. Oh, that hit me! Smash! Yeah, he's tanked it back. He's still got those slashing buffs on him, though. Oh, shit. Yeah, you don't want to get too far away from that. Is that the ninja doing the? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it always the same one? It feels like it might be always the same corner. I'm sure that can't be the case. There we go. Huh. That was a cool fight. I like that. Some good special effects. We like those. GG all. Well done to the other tank. Let's need on the body piece. Oh, not with the roll like that, we're not. Pass. 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 Do, 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 do. Why have I got some level 77 boots in my... Oh, well, I've just seen somebody roll higher than me. Nothing from that one. / buy is not... Ooh, I got 2 party commendations. Don't know why. Right. Oh, there's Gaia. Why does this all seem so familiar? Ugh. Is she a fragment of Ciela? No, that wouldn't make sense. Metron's returned Gaia to us, but I have a feeling this isn't over yet. More battle dance materia. The Warriors of Light. The Shadowkeeper. I've seen this all before. Yes. You and I joined our powers one to create the Shadowkeeper. We bore witness to its battle with the Warriors of Light. Our power. So I was there. I wasn't alone. No, Guy, it's not true. It can't be. How can you have been there 100 years ago? Look deep inside. You know it was real. Cast aside those worthless memories and embrace who you truly are. She is the other Ascian. Who was the other Ascian? Halmarit? Worthless. Now I see. This is why you've been tampering with my memories ever since I was a child. Just so. And now I possess the means to purge them entirely. Your rebirth will finally be complete. You have no right to deny me a life, to rob me of what I hold most precious. My memories may seem worthless to you, but not to me. I will never be yours. My place is here, in this world, in this life, in this moment. Wherever my friends are, that is where I belong. Nice little sweeping pan transition there. Then you would turn your back on our glorious past, on the lives we once lived? Any past I may have shared with you is long gone. I live in the here and now, striving to build a better future, and I'll be damned if I let you take that away from me. Clunk! To be reunited at long last, only to be shunned. Would that I had died with you, to be reborn. Even without knowledge of your past, we may yet forge a future together. I'm sick of your riddles. Speak plainly or not at all. You and I fought the warriors of light as one, joined in both body and soul. When Ardbert struck his final blow, the light tore through the bonds that held us. Though you perished, I was condemned to a far worse fate. My flesh became my prison, and I was cursed to remain here, an abomination, while you lived on with others at your side. I will suffer it no more. You belong to me. So they did the whole Ascian Prime joining thing. I too was once held against my will, robbed of my freedom. To be trapped and alone for 100 years? I can't begin to imagine the pain you must have felt. But that doesn't give you the right to deny Gaia a chance at happiness. We once knew happiness. True happiness, until fate conspired to tear us apart. I will never let that happen again. We shall be joined as one, my memories yours, together for all eternity. Ching! Oh. Yoink! The darkness is rising within me. That mark. What is this? Why am I... Hold on, Gaia. Whatever it is, you mustn't give in. Can an Ascian be redeemed? Who are you? No! Yes, yes. Now nothing will keep you from me. I am yours and you are mine. Blah. Oh. We are one. We remember. So it's true? Gaia really is a reincarnated Ascian? The girl you once knew is no more. Ah, that was Logriff. Not Halmaris. Yeah, that makes sense. It was it Metron and Logriff that... What? Logriff. Yeah. Yeah, Logriff and Metron were the two that were sent to the first to aid in the calamity. Uh-oh. Echo time. It's that statue again. Oh, Logriff. How long has it been? How long have I dreamed of this day? Oh, it's adult. She's grown into her lips. Is that you, Metron? Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. In my defense, my memories have only recently been restored. My mind is still a little hazy. Hardly surprising. No matter how many times we are reborn, it is disorienting to have everything change around you. Even so, I immediately recognized your resplendent soul, and I cling to the hope that one day you will likewise remember mine. You always were a forgetful one. I could never forget you, try as I might. So were they lovers? But tell me, what do you know of my past? I admit my memory may need refreshing. We served together as members of the Convocation of 14, dedicated to the summoning of Lord Zodiark. Although the task assigned to you eventually fell to Elidibus. Yes. I remember, amidst the chaos and despair, you never left my side, my loyal protector. But in the end, it was in vain. I was powerless to prevent Hydaelyn from tearing our world asunder. So I heard from Emmett Selk. We labour to make our world whole again. That's why he restored my memories, so that I can play my parts. Our part. Alone we struggle, but by joining your power with mine, we may yet succeed. My power? You always were one for flattery. Oh, I assure you, I'm quite sincere. It would be my honour to serve the cause alongside you, and I shan't take no for an answer. The honour is mine, for as much as I chide and tease you, you are everything to me, my inspiration. When I'm with you, I fear nothing. Promise me that we'll never be parted again. I promise. Even should fate conspire to separate us, I will reach out to you wherever you may be. And I will come running. Interesting. Very interesting. We were destined to find each other, to awaken our buried past and be born anew. Though our brethren employ crystals to return sundered souls to their office, without them such a feat was beyond my reach. But by becoming one in mind and body, my memories are yours. At last you have awoken. Now the time has come to restore our world to the utopia it once was. Let Gaia go. You are not worthy to speak that name. If you must call her anything, use the name chosen by her parents, if you even know what that is. No. To me, her name is Gaia. And nothing you say about her makes any difference to me. I don't care if she's nasty and she's my friend. Was your friend. Never again will she answer to your cries. Oh, I don't know about that. We will break the shackles that bind her. Your wicked schemes have gone far enough. We're taking Gaia back. Accursed servants of light, you will not tear us apart again. Uh-oh. Ooh. What is this? Visions in my mind? Summoning? All your hopes and fears turned against you. There is no escape from your past. We've not had much in the way of information about how Ascians come back after they've been defeated. So Logrif died and returned to the Void, as they all do. Not the Void, the is it the Void? The space between, yeah, where they go to, the purple place. And then they are restored by the Unsundered, usually. Their memories are restored by the Unsundered using the crystals. That's right, isn't it? I think. So Emmett Selt restored Logrif's memories. And then then it was their task to bring about the Umbral Calamity. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.